Hi.
Hello. So, um, I sent Todd an email last week and he responded, and I ended up transcribing the whole email into my journal. And I just the act of transcribing it just shifted this thing in me. And it was like,
Right.
like the issue just expanded like the universe. It was like, whoa. And the next day I woke up, it was like a force. I was a force of nature. I mean, I couldn't believe it. This, and I, nothing I did that day was doing on my part. It was just, I want to, I want to respond over here. And I ended up cleaning out a part of my attic that has been 10 years in the coming. I mean, and creating beauty. And it was just organic. It was like, oh, I need to dust all the surfaces in the living room today and clean. And then with my creativity, with my artwork, doing it and saying it's done. But is it perfect? No, but it's done. It's done. It's okay. And it's the first time I delivered a job this week. And I I was fine with it not being perfect. I was fine with them loving it or not loving it. And it just was so huge. It was just such a huge shift. And then that during that was going on, I was saying to myself, ooh, this is like that woman that Pernille said about walking 5 miles, hiking 5 miles and exhausting herself, this energy that comes up. But I was like, yeah, well, too bad, because I got so fucking much done. I mean, I am just on. This is like unbelievable. But then I'm washing my kitchen floor at 10 o'clock that night. And then I couldn't fall asleep. I was awake the whole night, listening to meditations, all this stuff. And the next day, I said to myself, well, I guess you didn't need sleep last night, because here you are. And I had a full day that day, driving 200 miles, 500, I mean, 5 meetings that I had to do, and I did them. And it was so beautiful just watching it all and not attaching to any story about it. It's like, yep, well, here we are. And I'm so grateful for that.
Beautiful.
But part of that, what happened in that process, which is what I wanted to bring up right now, is I was with my mom in the nursing home, and she'll be 99 in
Wow.
Congrats.
July.
Yeah.
And 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 she's still continent. I mean, how how cool is that? You
It's
know, unfucking believable. But anyway, the loneliness in that nursing home, these people, and my heart, it really breaks my heart that I can't, how can I hold these people in love? These, and I'm not talking about the 200 residents. I'm talking about 6 of them. But those 6 distract me from my mom, who really needs me, who wants me. But these other people, and this is what I wanted to ask you about. It's a boundary issue. And can I hold them in love? Can I leave? Like today, I was thinking, well, why don't you just write Joe Green a note and leave it for him and tell him that you think about him and you care about him? He's a young man. He's got to be in his late 40s or 50s, and he's in a nursing home on Medicaid for life. That's his fucking life now. And he's lucid. And, but when I did a kindness for him a couple of months ago, the next time he saw me, he said, "Hello, gorgeous." And I was like, that's it. That's it. That's my boundary. You do not sexualize me. Do not fantasize about me. Do not. That like, and I was like, that doesn't work. That's not working. So but I see him and he's just in such pain. He's in such, and it's isolation. It's a lack of connection. That's the pain. And so, yeah, yeah. How can I love these people and still and have boundaries and have boundaries? And I'm really like, this is, yeah, their loneliness just, Pernille, I hear you say, can you be in a body where you feel this loneliness? And it's like, oh my God, it's so painful, that loneliness. Okay, so that's the answer. Can I be in a body where I feel such loneliness?
Yeah,
Well,
the multiple answers.
yeah,
Do you want to go first?
yeah, sure. Well, I was gonna say, first of all, it's useful to look into, is it really their loneliness that you're feeling,
Mm.
or is it yours? In the projection of being in that space. And I know what you're talking about. I've been in nursing homes and I've had that kind of feeling in there. But it's still relevant to know how much of it is the projection that you're putting on the situation. I'm not discounting how they feel at all.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
recognizing how much of it is coming from, we can have really empathetic responses with people and have so much love and compassion for them without sharing the pain in that way that actually makes us less effective. Because what you're experiencing now is so much love that comes from such a pure place, and also this feeling of loneliness that are assuming that they feel, which again, very possible, but maybe not, or maybe not in the same way as you're feeling it.
yeah.
But if that pain is keeping you from being effective, then that's not useful to them or you, anybody else.
Right, right, right. And that part's familiar.
Yeah.
That is, oh, I've tried doing this before, and that's what held me back yesterday. I was like, oh, there's something not clean here. And
Yeah.
it's going to end up with not feeling good, and they're not going to feel good, and you're not going to feel good. So, okay.
So,
All
so
right.
you can do some work looking into your own feelings of what if you were in that situation and feel the loneliness that you feel in your projected version of that situation, or just bring them to mind and feel what comes up with that feeling of loneliness, and then working with that, getting in contact with that, feeling the giving yourself the love, the compassion, all of those things that you might need to feel okay in that sort of a situation, and see what arises through that, um, as opposed to making it have anything to do with about them at this point. Keep
Yeah,
it all
okay.
kind of in here for the investigation.
Mm.
Did you?
Yeah. It's like that whatever empathy we feel for others is it's us ourselves.
Yeah.
We feel ourselves when we have that empathic feeling of others. When we can feel other people's pain, it's our own pain that we feel.
Okay. All right.
The thing I would like to talk about is about Joe and boundaries and that sexualization
Yeah.
that you talk about, because it's the same thing. Um, it's your sexualization of you. It's not his sexualization of you.
Oh, okay. All right.
You if you have clear boundaries and he goes like, hello, gorgeous, he could be talking about your soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
when you hear that he's talking about that he's sexualizing you, it's you that is hearing that, which is just good
Right.
to acknowledge, because you can just say, my name is Phoebe. I really would like if you call me Phoebe instead of calling me gorgeous. And then that's it. Very, very clear boundary. So whenever somebody, you know, wolf, now he doesn't do that, but like wolf whistle or something like that, it's very easy, just instead of getting all in a hissy fit, just teaching them boundaries. They clearly don't know boundaries. I know my boundaries. I can just go like, please don't do that. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like when you do that.
Yeah.
Address me by my name. And
Yeah.
that's it. And it's not anymore. There's no need to go into a hissy fit or anything like that. If we have clear boundaries, it's just like you teach a toddler not to pick their nose in public. It's just like, no, we don't do that. We do that in private. You know, it's, you don't need to go into a hissy fit about it if you have clear boundaries.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
reason why you felt that you didn't know where to place it is just because you need to become clear about your sexuality, your sexual boundaries, and where you stand in you. That's got nothing to do with Joe.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. Thank you.
It might be one of those situations where, you know, they're, I'm definitely not doing the defensive male, you know, toxic male, but there are some guys that don't realize that
Yeah.
it's not like to them, they don't mean anything sexual about it. It's just like,
The way they address women.
yeah, it's just like,
So, but
hey,
it's what I mean, that
so
it's like
it's a
teaching a
teachable moment.
toddler.
Exactly. It's a teachable moment
Teaching a toddler.
to be like,
We don't do that in 2024. We do
exactly.
not wolf whistle, and we don't call women gorgeous unless they have given consent.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
a teachable moment.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I really love this. I've been sharing the two of you with a lot of people I know.
Thank you.
And I said what I really value is Pernille's teaching me how to nurture myself and reparent myself and love myself with language. I just don't know. It's not in my repertoire. I never heard it.
Yeah.
And hearing you say, that's not my name. My name's Phoebe.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate, like, just learning that language. It's like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is a whole nother way of relating to life.
Yeah.
And just as an aside, I want to say to Anna, I love listening to I love listening to your posts. I love your dynamic with Pernille. And I love this community. This is just really gold. So thank you. Thank you both.
Thank you so much. I feel exactly the same by the community. I absolutely love it. And I do think it's really important that also, as a way for us women to heal through history and heal our, you know, our own family history, you know, in reverse. It is these things that we talk openly about it. How do we manage when somebody's calling us gorgeous or darling and we don't feel comfortable with it? It is important to talk about, you know, and it is. I'm really happy you're bringing it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.